Hey everybody, this is CPR43 with a brand new update for you guys. So I know it's been a little while since the last update, and I kind of did that intentionally because I wanted to wait a little bit. I was in a bit of a process for detailing, and this was on the GP38 of course, so I'm going to show you guys what I've done. And this is not the big detailing like I've wanted to do. This is just some additional detailing that I kind of thought up of, just kind of in the process of doing one detail and then deciding, okay, I've got time to do another detail, and so on. So, yeah, it's gone well, so I'll show you guys what I've done. And I couldn't have done this detailing without some glue that I got, and my friend in Edmonton has been kind of pushing me to get this glue, which is super glue, or CA glue. I'll show you guys what kind of tube I got. Nothing really special about it, but I'll show you guys anyways, because this is my first tube ever. The GP9 is still in the process of getting those steps done. I'm just about finished, just a little bit over halfway done with the other side of the front steps, but I'm not going to show you guys those right in this update because they're I just figure I might as well wait until they're finished. Then I'll show you guys in the next update if they are done, and I pretty much hope that they are done by that next update. So you'll see then what they look like completely finished, and I'll compare them to the steps at the back, which are still original. So I'm going to get right into it and start off with that glue that I got. So I was off campus from school during lunch with a few friends. We were kind of walking around. There's a London Drugs nearby, and then there's a dollar store. We walked into both, kind of looking around and seeing if there's something cheap we could buy, probably like some pop or something, or a little bag of chips. But yeah, it was just some, conversation time, because friends are important too, not just the hobby and everything else. So, but that's kind of like what I do at school during lunch is, hang out with friends, so why not? Picked up this glue I'd found at the dollar store. So this is Viabond Super Glue, and Viabond I think is a brand of Viachem, which appears to be a Canadian manufacturer. So yeah, go Canada. I'm really happy with it, the way it works, but it's super runny, and I actually had a little bit of a predicament with it. You can see some of the remnants of some dry glue there. I didn't realize how runny it was. No fingers have been stuck yet, I'll tell you that. Don't worry about it. And I'm really being careful when I use this stuff. I'm making sure my fingers are as far away as possible from the glue. So, but yeah, either way, I'm really happy with it. But I think this will be the last time I buy stuff. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be so runny. I tipped it over and it just started running out. And I don't think I was applying too much pressure to the tube. So, but it might be the last time I buy this stuff from a dollar store. Only $1.25, so I can't really go wrong there, but it's been working, and I've been using most of it on the detailing here, which I'll show you. So the GP38 received some nice detailing, which I figured would enhance the look of it. Starting at the front, did the handrails, which you can see you got this handrail that sticks out from the main ones, and it's kind of like a safety feature for crews crossing over locomotives in lash up, and I figured I might as well try that out. Not exactly prototypical, like not exactly looking as exactly for the prototype, but it's pretty close, and that's what I'm going after, so that's good there. I also did the rear as well, so you can see there. It looks a little bit more off than the front, but again, I'm not changing them. I think they look good, and I think they suffice for for more or less a mimic prototype. So I'm going with that, and it looks pretty good. Move on to the more of the top end of the unit. We got the sand filler hatch. I redid it, and I got a thinner piece of styrene on the bottom and then a thicker piece on the top, just because we have those huge hatches on most of the units here and the GMD units, so I figured I might as well do that. And then on the top here, this is a neat little feature I added on. This is like a welded on plate. I'll see if I can maybe bring that into more focus. So those little circles you can see on the corners are rivets, which I tried to do my best to do. That was done using a thumbtack before application, poking through what would be the bottom of it. and not going completely through, actually not going through at all, but just poking into it, and that kind of brought out these little dimples in it because it's a really thin piece. So that turned out very nicely, and I have some rivets. So once I painted the paint on, and I used my finger lightly going across it, over it, to remove some of the paint off the rivets to kind of bring them out more. So that's why you can see them so nicely. Very happy with it either way, and the paint, which was again my nice little mixture of acrylic paints, turned out very nicely, including on the sand filler hatch. Moving over to the middle section of the unit, we have the exhaust stacks, as well as the paper air filter access door. The access door was done using some cardboard paper that I had sitting around, so that was pretty easy. And of course I've kind of got to put a little bit more paint on it, and you have a little bit of glue on the top there, but I'm not really going to worry about that because I'm not really going into full detail with it just yet, but that's the gist of it there. And now we got the exhaust stacks here, which are pretty much, I think, close to prototype for these units. I have tried my best to get some good roof shots, but it's pretty hard to do so unless you're the one taking the photographs. But I haven't been able to get I haven't been able to get a GP38 at the yard for quite a while now. So this is, I kind of got the internet for me. That's it, and there's not much on there. But this is what I've seen, which appear to be circular, more flat to the rest of the roof type stacks. So I removed the original stacks, which were EMD style, of course, placed on 2 strips of styrene, which were cut to more of a square to fit the bases of the stacks. And then I drilled in a 5x64 drill bit and got those nice whole circular looks for the stacks. And quite happy with them. So those openings, they do look quite nice. And once they were painted, I added a little bit of weathering to them just to enhance that look more. And yeah, turned out great. Move on to the back. We got the sand filler hatch back here. I got to add more paint there as well, but I'm not really concerned about it too much because it does look quite nice. So I'm not going to complain about it either. So that is pretty much it with all the detailing that I've done. Quite a bit. It's not all the detailing that I want to do, of course. This is just, again, enhancing the look. I want to add the pilots, of course, front and back, and I might want to do the the blower housing. Change that from that style to the angled style, which you can see on quite a bit of SD40s and the GP38s. So I might do that, but I'm not really going for it just yet. I'm just moving slowly. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll try and get more into the next update, which will be maybe next week or so, and I'll see you then. So that's pretty much it. I will see you in the next update. This is CPR43, and good luck.